The morning light filters through the courthouse windows, slicing across wooden benches polished by years of nervous hands. The room hums with quiet tension, shuffling papers, faint whispers, the soft clack of shoes against marble. Judge Caprio takes his seat with the ease of a man who's been doing this longer than most of the defendants have been alive. Next case, the clerk calls, voice steady. A teenage boy approaches the stand. He's maybe 17, hoodie half zipped, sneakers squeaking, that familiar blend of bravado and terror in his step. He looks around like he might still find an exit that leads back to his PlayStation. "Good morning," Judge Caprio begins, eyes scanning the file. "You're here for speeding in a school zone." The teen flashes a crooked grin. "Good morning, Your Honor. I think the radar might have been off. I wasn't going that fast." The judge leans back slightly, pen poised midair. "The radar was off?" His tone is polite, almost amused. "You're saying the officer's equipment malfunctioned?" "Maybe," the kid replies, trying to sound confident, but coming off like a student bluffing an unstudied test. The courtroom ripples with quiet laughter. The judge's brow arches. "All right then, Einstein," he says with a dry smile. "Let's see what the radar has to say for itself." The gavel's light tap fades into the hum of anticipation. The monitor flickers on, showing dashcam footage. The teen's car glides through a school zone. Gray sedan, 37 impartial to 25. Not a reckless blur, but enough to make parents clench their hearts. The judge studies the timestamp. 7:52 a.m. "That's school drop-off time," he says quietly. "You didn't see any kids?" "I didn't notice any," the boy mutters, avoiding eye contact. "That's because you were going too fast to notice anyone," Caprio replies, voice calm but cutting. Laughter again, softer this time, laced with agreement. He continues. "You drive your parents' car?" "Yes, sir." "They know you're here today?" The boy shifts on his feet. "My mom does. She told me to be respectful." Caprio nods. "A wise woman. You might want to start following her advice now." The courtroom chuckles. The boy's grin falters. He realizes this isn't a game. It's a slow-motion lesson he's already failing. Silence stretches as Caprio sets the file aside. His tone softens. "Tell me why you were speeding." The boy exhales, words catching. "My little brother missed his bus. I had to drop him off at school before my own class. Mom works 2 jobs, and I didn't want to make her late again." The judge's eyes flicker with understanding. "So you were helping your brother?" "Yeah." His voice drops lower. "I wasn't thinking about the speed. I just didn't want her to get another call from school." The room goes still. No laughter now, no murmurs. Just the quiet realization of a kid trying too hard to fix a world that's already too heavy for him. "You're a good brother," Caprio says gently. "But here's the problem. You can't protect your family by putting someone else's at risk. You could have hurt a child crossing that road. Then your mother would have more than a phone call to worry about." The boy nods, guilt swallowing the last trace of bravado. Caprio removes his glasses, folding them with deliberate care. "When I was your age," he says, "my father told me, you can always make up time, but you can't make up a life. You remember that." He glances at the clerk. "What's the fine?" $85, Your Honor." The judge pauses. "I'm going to suspend the fine," he says finally. A hush falls. "But I want something in return. Next week, you help your mother with whatever she needs. Groceries, cleaning, cooking. No complaints, no excuses. Deal?" The boy blinks, relief and disbelief colliding. "Deal, Your Honor." Caprio's tone lightens. "Good. And remember, slow down, on the road and in life." The boy nods, voice barely above a whisper. "I will." As he steps away, Caprio calls out, "Tell your mother she raised a good kid. Just one who needs better breaks." The courtroom bursts into laughter. The camera pans across the courtroom. The clerk stacking papers, the next defendant waiting, the judge resetting his glasses like nothing unusual just happened. But something did. In this courtroom, justice isn't always about punishment. Sometimes it's about perspective. A small mistake can become a big lesson, and a little compassion can change a young man's course. Caprio taps his pen once and glances at the next case. The rhythm of the day resumes, but the echo of his words lingers. Friends, if this story reminds you to slow down, behind the wheel or in life, Leave a comment below. And remember, subscribe for more stories where real justice meets real humanity. Fade out with soft courtroom ambience, the quiet hum of law and grace intertwined.